Hello, everybody. This is Mickey Mao with CartoonMoneyPrinters.com. It is December 20th, 2024, the Friday before Christmas week. So expect a lot of low volatility and/or some wacky shenanigans that go on with the major coins. I'm joined today with uh, Astronaut Toad. Why don't you go and say hey, Astro? Gonna throw you in
Hello, everybody.
there. So we're gonna go over some coin analysis today. Um, let's see here. Go to www.cartoonmoneyprinters.com and you can get full access to our suite of indicators, as well as if you sign up for the monthly subscription, you can get a free month trial. So check that out. We also have a few sales going on. They should be expiring by the beginning of the year, so you have about a week or so to get in on that and take advantage of those deals. But yeah, without further ado, why don't you go ahead and take the show there, my dude?
Thank you. Yeah, good evening, everybody. This is Astronaut Toad, and I want to showcase four of our indicators tonight and just do some basic technical analysis on as many coins as we can. I'm going to start with Bitcoin, and then we'll just go from there. And after a little while, we will take it to the private Discord and take private requests for coins that people might actively be in a trade on or thinking about finding a trade on. And we'll do that privately in the private Discord. So if you want, you can probably join the Discord before I take it private if you want to keep asking and request a coin.
Yeah, you can do so
So
by going to
let's get
www.cartoonmoneyprinters.com, click the Start Now button, and it should onboard with a few different pricing options.
But yeah, it's been a crazy past few months, and I hope everybody has been profitable. I have had pretty good times since the election. It's been, I don't want to say like easy, shooting fish in a barrel, but it's been really exciting and fun. So that's great. The holidays are usually just scary or dead, and we were just talking earlier about the FTX thing that late November. It was just an absolute bloodbath, and yeah, long or short, we can make money. So, anyways, let's dive into it. We're looking at the Bitcoin chart right now, and I'm on the 15 minutes, so I'm going to zoom out. But what I've got here is the Market Smasher indicator, which is my own custom, and the Money Minter D, which it's a multi oscillator. If you love divergences, this has got money flow, RSI, momentum, VWAP. I believe that's the yellow dotted line there.
And VWAP is kind of a misnomer, but yeah, it's technically what people would know as the VWAP. I was looking at the code. And I
Yeah,
was like,
this
it's
is
not.
not officially actually the VWAP that you are used to on chart. It's just an oscillator that gives you an idea of basically you're just looking for divergences. That's all. It's really that simple. So for example, we've got some bullish, if I'm going to maximize the chart here, we've got some bullish divergences here on these momentum waves, and then money flow kind of rolls over right around here. So I would look for a long right around here, and sure enough, there you have it. Right around there is a decent long signal. Then what we've got is I've got the Smasher set up as a custom indicator, and I've also got our two other favorite indicators, par and pivots. The par was created by our very own Carmixalot, and he
and Penny Pocket
is the father of this. What's that?
and Penny Pocket.
Yeah, Penny Pocket, our code master. Uh, many thanks to Penny for figuring out all the Pine script. I do a little bit of Pine script and I just hate it. So anybody who's good at that, I have a lot of respect for. So the par, I'm on the 15. No, I'm on the 5-minute chart now. What happened? Oh, because I switched it and it memorizes the coins. So on the par, we are seeing, yeah, this was a pretty strong par gap. It looked like more of a par gap if I don't look at the 3 and the 6 minute time frames. You'll see this big empty space here. That is a par gap. And what it basically means is, what Kermit came up with is all of these lines are sort of multiple time frame RSIs. There's a little bit more secret sauce to it than just that, but basically this gap is a really good signal that we love to see. This is the 4 hour. It is slammed at the bottom and now it's rolling over. The red is a 900 minute. These are all in minutes. So that's even longer than 4 hours. And then the purple 1440, that's a day. It's coming down, but it's at least for a relatively quick swing trade, this is a great par gap. And if I'm not mistaken, the 15-minute chart, no, it did not really give a bull div right there. That's unfortunate. That could have been great as a bull div if that was right there. But this is what we love to see. So if you had seen this signal, you would have gone long right about here, as the white line, which is a 30-minute, is rolling over above the 60-minute yellow line and spiking back up out of the oversold level. You would have gotten long right there. That's a great trade. But since we're a little bearish overall, I have just not traded that much right now today. Let's zoom out, and I'm going to go back to Smasher where I can do my larger time frame technical analysis. I believe Smasher is the one that has all my long-term stuff. Let's see. Come on. You guys see my chart all right?
Yeah. There it goes.
Let's get a comment section. Yeah, I got all my stuff here. Ooh, I need to check my God lines. Anybody know what God lines are?
We'll get into that on a different episode.
Hey, look at that. Wow. This is always crazy to see. So I'm going to hide the alerts as well, because that's just annoying to see. God lines are crazy. You're generally lines that I drew a really long time ago, and they just always seem to get respected. This line, who knows how old it is? It might be weeks or months old, and yet on the 15-minute chart, it just, look at that perfect tap. It comes right up to that line. This line, you good buddy, you get upgraded. 2 pixels wide and blue, which means a blue line for me means it's being respected from both above and below. So see how right here, this line is respected from above. It's not really tradable unless you're scalping just a few tiny little points. But then it crosses down below. And then here, it respects that same level, that same line.
Let's go into,
it's at a slight angle.
Let's go into God lines
from up above.
in a different episode.
So yeah, that is really cool. I want to zoom way out though and just look at the bigger picture and see what's going on. Oh, hey, let's hide the God lines, because now they make me look like a crazy person. We've got a pretty bad weekly candle. There's still a day, almost 2 days left in this candle, this weekly candle, and it could turn into a nice bullish doji, but I really want to see 100,000 get recovered up above before I start getting aggressive with longs, because as we have talked about before on the weekly market structure, look at this is literally all I'm going to do to update my market structure on Bitcoin here is just drag these lines up. So bad news, folks. It's not even the monthly chart, it's the weekly chart, where bullish market structure is maintained all the way down to almost $52,000. So, and there's some massive fair value gaps. This big blue box here is a monthly fair value gap. And then there's 2 weekly fair value gaps in the golden pocket. So the bad news is long term, we're on the weekly chart. So this could take 2 to 3 months to play out, but a retest of $72,000 or $78,000, that's not out of the picture, okay? So right now, at least for the holidays, for Christmas, New Year's, I've got a limit order for stocking up on spot down here at like 50%. I've got a limit order waiting at $78,000. That's literally the only thing I would buy right now blindly and just not look at the technical analysis on a smaller chart. Okay, so that's that. I'm not even going to go down to a smaller time frame because I want to take the holidays off. This is just the 1 day chart. It's just a bunch of nastiness. Like, what are we doing here? It's massive wicks in both directions. Yeah, that is very interesting right there. That tapped that fair value gap almost perfectly. And that's a crazy doji that closed yesterday. But yeah, watch out. This type of stuff is just gonna just expect it to be absolute craziness. Okay, what else do we want to look at? I have where's my sticky note? I want to see. I do want to look at the NASDAQ, because right now, at least, the NASDAQ. Yeah. The NASDAQ did something nasty on the weekly chart. It's got a ridiculous doji here. And so our 1 day swing, our weekly chart swing is now from here to here. That is a weekly range. And I got a lot of stuff in here. Let's hide most of this. So the NASDAQ kind of took charge recently because some economic data came out and the forecast was a little bearish. So we could possibly be expecting a retracement down. It's wicking deep below market structure on the 1 day chart. You've got this 1 day low here, and mark that as a SFP, a swing failure pattern. And this is basically, it means more craziness incoming. When you get a wick below a key level and then it closes back above the key level, that is bullish. And what it means is we should expect a return to the high. And there's this massive fair value gap here as well. So I'm at least going to expect it to crank back up to 50% of this fair value gap. Probably all the way. It should, quote unquote, deliver price.
Taking into account that it's holidays, so this is probably going to be going into the new year.
Yeah, this doji is indicative of what we should expect over the next week, over Christmas holiday. Is just, you've got a wild range here. So from here to here, like, just watch this. Just sit back and watch the chart, guys, folks. Like, this is nastiness. This is not really a very safe situation. You can probably find trades, but the global economy and outlook could be the tide could be turning. So just keep that in mind. And I think on the 4-hour chart on NASDAQ, oh, this is so annoying. It hasn't rolled over this contract yet. December. Yeah, there we go. On the 4-hour chart, it is absolutely bearish. It went flying down, but I think it might have already tapped 50. Nope, it's still got to go higher on the 4-hour chart to get 50% of this wick as well, this block gap as well. And that's a key level, because if I switch, if I show my indicators here, we can see that I was noticing this little sneaky trick the other day. You can see where money flow peaks is often a magnetic price level, because it makes sense that that's where a lot of people were trading. You can also look at trading volume, but this contract rollover situation isn't going to allow you to show that. But there's probably a ton of volume traded right here as money flow rolled over. So we could call it a money flow block or something. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I'm not that much into terminology, and I feel like YouTubers are inventing new terminology all the time just to sound smart. But money flow block, whatever. Price is going to gravitate towards this level. Anyways, so that means that we are expecting more upside, but we're bullish on the bigger picture. So in this situation, for the NASDAQ, the stock market, and Bitcoin in general, and crypto in general, you could take a long, but all you're going to do is reverse it and trade short from somewhere around here. So my preference, especially over the holidays, is to just set an alert for this higher level and wait. If I know that the whole bigger picture is bearish, but I can't enter a short right here, then that's what I'm going to do. Well, I could enter a short right here because it created an SFP of this high right here. So technically, now that the market is done for the weekend, we've got an SFP there, and that is worthy of a trade to the low.
Yeah, money flow is also going into the red there, or the pink.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
So that's worthy of a little tidbit of instruction on market structure, kind of ICT concepts there for you. If you get an SFP of a level that results in a return to the previous level, opposite level, usually if you're following ICT, you can only trade from external liquidity to internal liquidity. And what that means is, if you're taking a trade on this wick, if you got in on a short on this wick, you cannot expect it. You cannot take a whole entire trade all the way to the other side. That's against the rules. You're supposed to take the trade to internal liquidity, which, if we jump down to the 15-minute chart, we're already hitting order blocks and getting reaction and stuff. We got a reaction off of this fair value gap here. So honestly, if you got into a short on this break of structure, oh, that's a beautiful example. Look at that. This usually I generally, let's go down to the 5-minute chart. Yep, there we go. So you are in this fair value gap, which is a bearish fair value gap. You have this 5-minute market structure get created. Then you get that high broken, but it immediately gets rejected. See that candle just smash it back down? Then it goes below and breaks this low. This low getting broken right here is the critical That is the critical bearish market structure shift. Okay. When this happens, you can look for a short, but you must do so on a retracement. You can use this internal market structure to get that retracement, but I'm going to drag my fib tool here with my handy dandy markings that I custom made. And if you want all of this, there are screenshots in the private Discord. So either join the Discord if you haven't already, or send me a DM, or search for it in the Discord. But basically, I have these labeled the Fibonacci retracements. This is the golden pocket, the 618 fib retracement. Look at that beautiful entry. You could have put an entry there and had almost no drawdown. But here's the thing. You got to cover that trade right here. Say you get in at that golden pocket, okay? Your stop loss, you're living dangerously. You're putting your stop loss right at the danger level. You have to cover that trade at the breaking of this low, because the way market structure works, you're only this break, a retracement is only valid to retrace to visit this low. Then after you close like half of your trade here at this level, that's when you can start looking for standard deviations beyond that level. And if you had targeted just a humble 2 standard deviations, or 1 whole standard deviation out of this level, you wouldn't have even hit that final profit yet. I like to go at the 1.618 or whatever this one is, 1.786 maybe. Not sure. But that's a great TP2 level. And that would have given you a 5 reward factor, 1 to 5 risk reward. That's great. Walk away, call it a weekend, go be with family, done. Okay. Now, for you degenerates who still want to do stuff, we can check out a little bit more. And I'm taking requests. I made some notes on what you guys had asked for in the Discord, and I did want to glance at some of the hot coins that everybody's been talking about lately, like XRP and BNB.
And meth? Or cook, would you call it?
Cook, oh yeah, the Cook coin. No, that didn't do so well with the crash that happened.
Yeah, surprise.
Surprise, surprise, a totally degenerate meme coin.
Didn't see that coming.
Named for cooking meth. Didn't do well. But yeah, I'm liking BNB because of this grind that has been happening. And let's check the indicators. On the weekly chart, we are in the green, but this is not good. This is about to print a bearish divergence here. And I guarantee you the par is going to show this same bearish divergence, even though the par is RSI related. And this is a momentum. I've got my RSI here, this purple line. And yeah, that's a huge bearish divergence as well. So it hasn't broken market structure on the weekly chart yet, but it's not, by the time it does, it's going to be too late to get in on a short. So I'm going to go down to the 1-day chart and see. We've had some half decent squeezes that gave good longs, but they weren't A+ signals. And now here comes another squeeze and money flow is dropping. And yeah, that's looking sketchy. And that right there looks like, yeah, internal bearish market structure. So yeah, when these lows, you got this low here and that's gotten broken. And then this low is getting wicked, so that's kind of bullish. But again, a wick of a low is only good to a return of the high in between. So in between that low is this high right here. Oh, I need to mark that as an SFP. So there we go. This is a possible target, but overall we're bearish. well, I guess externally, we're not bearish yet. We could say that this is internal. And so the main daily range is this right here. There's your daily range. And we have visited equilibrium. We have stabbed down to the golden pocket and the lower lows. We grabbed liquidity below this low. That's nice. And yeah, moon from here. But this setup right here is only valid to here for some of your trade, and then to here for most of your trade. If you trade from around here to up here, you should be 75% out of that position by then. And the only thing you're going to the moon with is a small runner, okay? That's how almost all trading strategies ought to work. And
We're losing a little bandwidth
the
here,
overall situation.
I just want to
What was
point.
that?
We're losing a little bandwidth here, but I just want to point out too that the wave trends on the money minter are crossing over after a while of being bullish. So right there, I think what you'd be looking for is when the actual money flow starts crossing over as well, and that'll be a little bear cycle. For how long? I'm not sure. And you got to remember,
Yeah, especially
everything started pumping hard since after the election, or like the day of the election. So we're still in that euphoria from that date.
Yeah, here's the low. It crashed before the election because of uncertainty, and then there it is, right there. That line right there is the election day, and many coins are up a significant percent from the election.
That's almost a $200
That
move.
high is
$240
that's
move.
massive.
Wow.
That's massive. So a lot of coins are like that. Oh, and that reminds me, looking at long term. Let's go back to Bitcoin before we wrap this up and get to the private requests.
Yeah, we'll give it another 5 minutes.
I want to show everybody something that we don't do this very often, but we got to do it once in a while. Okay, let's look at the year candle. Look at that fat year candle, folks. Good grief. So here's the thing. What do you think happens when you see this? Oh, and notice the yearly volume too. That's not good. I'll hide that. When you see an entire year of lower volume compared to this year where everybody's stacking up on this bear situation here, this bearish candle, we can deduce a few things. There's still 10 days, 22 hours left in this yearly candle, but I don't think it'll go much higher or lower. We can deduce two things. One, if all you ever do is buy at the beginning of the year or sell at the beginning of the year, what do you think, if you bought at the beginning of this year, what do you think you're going to do on January 1st or December 30th of this year?
I'm thinking
you are going to sell.
Yeah, I'm thinking they're gonna make it a very hard second term for the president. So I just indulge me, throw a fib from the bottom of the giant bull run that we've had for the past 2 years.
Oh yeah, it's not that terrifying if you know what you are looking for. I'm going to call it monthly range. Oh, I overrid it. That's lame. Oh. I gotta recreate monthly range. Oh no. But here, let's just throw Fibby on it. There we go. 2025. Here we come. 50%, $61,000. The golden pocket, $52,000. So, folks, if all you have to expect, maybe we only, like, getting lucky would be we wick to this high
Yeah.
and just get a wick sometime next year, over the course of the entire next year, it is almost guaranteed that we will wick to this low. Okay. So, as terrifying as it sounds now, when we're partying at $108,000 high, $97,000 now, just know that at some point in the next 12 months, we are probably going to hit 68,000 some odd. Let me do it officially and note this. Let me give this. Oh, hey,
69.
on the nose. On the nose. Good old Coinbase spot chart. Gotta love it.
Love it.
They love their whole numbers. They love their whole numbers.
If we get down that 618, I'm gonna be packing my bags.
Yeah. Yeah, let's pull the prices up
You
here.
should throw an alert on that.
Oh no, I don't need an alert. I've got my limit orders just sitting there waiting.
Yeah.
Like I have limit orders set at what was it, like whatever the weekly one was, $82,000, $69,000, 50 something, $52,000. I've got limit orders set to just throw a few dollars on spot. They're just waiting there.
Well,
that money is set aside.
Let's
wrap
it up here.
So have a happy New Year's, everyone. We might not be around next Friday. We'll probably be on vacation. Who knows?
Yeah,
I'll be on the Discord.
We'll see if something spontaneous happens in the market. We'll probably just jump in an instant live, even if it's over the holidays, unless I'm away from my office here. So yeah, thank you everybody for joining us. I hope you all have a very pleasant holiday season and a very safe one and a very healthy one. Yes, stay looking at charts, but definitely this is the time to touch some grass and, hang out with some family. So you can join the group by going to www.cartoonmoneyprinters.com. If you sign up for the monthly subscription, you can get a free month's trial to see if you like us. We come with a suite of indicators. We come with education. And a really good group of guys, especially some that specialize in different aspects of trading. So you kind of get the full broad spectrum of different ways to trade. Yeah, come check us out. Go to the website, hit the Start Now button, and then choose from the pricing options there.